Hello dear friends, I'm Marina from MarsStars.net and this is your daily astrology horoscope for the 14th of February. Very interesting event because today the transit Mars will enter Taurus. The transits of Mars last for approximately between 1 month and a half and 2 months, so this is important when Mars changes its sign position. Plus, here we have a very different position for Mars. Recently, Mars was in Aries, the sign of its rulership, so Mars was very powerful, very strong. And now Mars enters Taurus, a sign which is not strong for Mars. Basically, Mars is considered to be in a detriment position here. So what we can notice is that generally we might become calmer. We may not be so rushing things, or also we may notice that we are not so impatient. Also, when it comes to work, we can pay more attention to some concrete tasks for business, for things where you have to be really consistent. Mars in Taurus can be very helpful. Now, the challenge when Mars is in Taurus is that sometimes we may procrastinate. It might be difficult to start new things. So basically this first motivation to take the action is very challenging when Mars is in Taurus. On the positive side, once that you start this action, basically you can be very consistent in this direction. But the challenge is to find the strength and the motivation and the desire to make the first step. Also, Mars in Taurus is very strong position for some kind of financial issues, for some kind of financial project. And generally, people with their sun or ascendant in the earth signs can really feel empowered during the next almost 2-month period. So these are Capricorn, Virgo, and also Taurus, of course. You may feel more motivated, you may feel braver and more willing to do something. Of course, we are not doing this, in the typical Mars in Aries way. So we are not rushing things too much, we are not impatient, we are not confronting each other, but instead we are more focused on achieving some concrete results. For Mars in the earth signs, it's very important to have a concrete goal or why we are doing something. When Mars is in fire signs, in Aries or the other fire signs, basically the stronger motivation is just to do something, to take action. But when Mars is in earth signs, the more important question is, what's the point? What am I getting out of this? Or what's the meaning? So find something meaningful to do. That's what can really motivate you, especially when it comes to business or financial stuff. Also, specifically today, Mars will have a semi-square with Neptune. So we have to be more cautious. We may feel more unmotivated or more unconcentrated. Potentially, we can make some kind of mistakes. So make sure to check things twice. Make sure that you are doing everything accurately, that you are not forgetting about your promises. And honestly, this may also be a time when you may slow down or just relax more. When Neptune has this challenging aspect with Mars, even though it's a minor aspect, but still it's a time to, find more time for yourself, basically. And the last aspect for today is another minor aspect, the semi-square between Mercury and Pluto. Minor challenging aspect, which requires from us to be more careful when we communicate with others, to be cautious how we express ourselves verbally, how we treat other people, what kind of words are we using. And Pluto can bring sometimes possible confrontations or some kind of power struggle, so be aware of that. On the positive side, this aspect can help you to be extremely concentrated on certain idea or certain plans or tasks that you have. And let's not forget the moon, of course. The moon is in Gemini. the sign of communication, the sign of connections with others and ideas. So great time to learn something new, great time to work with information or for some kind of intellectual work as well. So these are the main events for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let us know, are you excited about Mars in Taurus? Do you feel more empowered? Maybe if you have stronger energy, you will feel more empowered. So let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you tomorrow.